It's dark outside, but it's light in here. Chanuka, Chanuka's
A lichtige Chanuka, everybody. It's the second night of Chanuka. And tonight's Ushpizin is... Oh, oops, wrong holiday. Anyway, we should have started with this last night maybe, but we always have to remember, whenever we light a fire, even if it's for a mitzvah, safety first. You have to be very, very careful to make sure that you light in a safe place and in a safe way, because fire could be dangerous. You know why fire could be dangerous? God forbid, chas v'shalom, it spreads very, very quickly. And if something, God forbid, would catch fire, sometimes it could very quickly spread to places that you do not want. And that's why it has to be very careful. And we put tin foil on our table, under our candles, just in case something falls, it'll be protected. But you know what's amazing about fire? The Navi in Sefer Ovadia, we just read it in the Torah 2 weeks ago, I think, says, V'haya beis Yaakov eish. And the children, the house of Yaakov, us, children of Yaakov, beis Bnei Yisrael, are like a fire. Ubeis Yosef lehava. And the children of Yosef, that's also some of us, are like a flame. Ubeis Esav lekash. And the house of Esav, our enemies, are like straw. V'dalku bahem va'achalum. And the fire of Yaakov and the flame of Yosef will light the straw of Esav and destroy them. See, imagine what happens if you would have a huge pile of straw, maybe even a whole storehouse full of straw, tons and tons of straw, and just a little corner of one of them caught on fire. What would happen very quickly? It would spread, and all of it would burn and be destroyed. Sometimes you look around the world and say, the Jewish people, Bnei Yisrael, the people of Israel, think about the land of Israel. We have so many enemies all around us. But it doesn't matter how many there are, because all it takes is a little spark, a little flame, a little fire, and all of them could be destroyed. Now, this doesn't just apply to actual people, because we always prefer peace. We don't want anyone to be destroyed. And the Gemara also says that when the Navi says Beis Esav, it refers to Osem Maaseh Esav. Not, of course, God forbid, all non-Jews, but only the people who follow in the ways and who act in the wicked ways of Esav. But this also applies spiritually. That sometimes when you look around the world, things can be very dark, and there's a lot of pain, and a lot of people fighting, and people doing bad things, and saying Lashon Hara, and hurting each other, and it can seem a little bit overwhelming. But we have to remember that a little spark, a little flame, a little mitzvah, a little chesed, a little word of Torah can spread very, 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 very quickly. So never think, who am I? I'm just one person. Or what's that? It's just one mitzvah. Because just like one little spark can be victorious over a whole storehouse full of grain and straw, so too one little mitzvah and one little chesed can bring a lot of light and good to the whole world. So I wish everybody a lichtige Chanukah. You know what that means? That the Chanukah should be full of light. The light of Torah and the light of mitzvos. Enjoy, everybody. Lichtige Chanukah.